First contact gone wrong. The vastness of space stretched before Captain Alina Reyes as she stood on the bridge of the ESS Horizon. Earth's most advanced exploration vessel glided silently through the darkness, its sleek hull reflecting distant starlight. After 8 months beyond the boundaries of explored space, the crew of 120 had settled into an efficient routine. "Captain, we're detecting unusual energy signatures ahead," announced Sensor Officer Malik Chen, his fingers moving rapidly across the holographic controls. 3 objects approaching from Sector 12. Their propulsion method doesn't match anything in our database. Alina straightened her uniform and nodded. "First contact protocol, everyone. This is what we've trained for." Her calm voice steadied the suddenly tense bridge crew. Humanity had prepared for this moment for decades, but simulation was one thing, reality quite another. The alien vessels appeared on the main view screen. Elegant crystalline ships that seemed to phase in and out of normal space. Their hulls shifted colors like oil on water, beautiful and somehow predatory. They were each roughly half the size of the Horizon, but moved with impossible precision. "They're scanning us," reported Defense Officer Jackson. "Very thorough scans. They're getting everything. Propulsion, weapons capability, crew complement." "Let them look," Alina replied. "We have nothing to hide. Open a channel, standard greeting package." Communications Officer Lion Wei nodded. "Channel open. Transmitting first contact protocols and translation matrices." The bridge crew waited in tense silence. Minutes stretched out before the central screen flickered, revealing a tall, slender being. Its skin was iridescent like its ship's, with 4 symmetrical eyes arranged vertically on a narrow face. When it spoke, its mouth didn't move. Instead, patterns of light rippled across its skin. "Unknown vessel," the universal translator interpreted. "You have violated collective space. Identify purpose and origin." Alina stepped forward. "I am Captain Alina Reyes of the Earth ship Horizon. We are an exploration vessel from the planet Earth. We come in peace and seek diplomatic contact." The alien's eyes narrowed, all 4 blinking in sequence. "Earth. There is no record of this system or species in collective archives. Your vessel exceeds size limitations for non-member races. This is a severe breach of collective law." "We weren't aware of any territorial boundaries or size restrictions," Alina explained calmly. "We're eager to learn about your customs and laws. Perhaps we could establish diplomatic—" Silence. The alien commander interrupted, lights pulsing angrily across its skin. "Ignorance of collective law is not acceptable. Non-member races must be taught proper deference. Your oversized vessel presents a clear military threat." Before Alina could respond, the alien commander continued. "The collective must maintain order. Your ship will be neutralized as an example to others who would challenge our authority." "We mean no challenge," Alina began, but the transmission cut abruptly. Energy buildup in the alien vessels. Jackson shouted. "They're charging weapons. Shields up. Evasive maneuvers." Alina ordered, but it was already too late. The alien ships fired in perfect synchronization. Beams of shimmering energy sliced through space, striking the horizon from multiple angles. The shields flared bright blue under the assault. "Shields at 60%, Jackson reported, his voice tight. "Their weapons are like nothing we've encountered. They're phasing partially through our defenses." Alina gripped her command chair. "Return fire, defensive pattern only. Target their weapon systems." The Horizon's defensive batteries activated, sending pulses of energy toward the alien vessels. The shots passed harmlessly through the crystalline ships, which seemed to shift partially out of normal spacetime. No effect. Jackson called out as another barrage hammered the horizon. "Shields at 30%. Multiple hull breaches on decks 4 through 7. Alina hit the ship-wide comm. "All hands to emergency stations. Prepare evacuation protocols." She turned to her first officer. "Commander Ortiz, begin crew evacuation. Get as many people to the escape pods as possible. The bridge shook violently as another attack struck home. Consoles exploded in showers of sparks, and emergency lights bathed everything in red. Shields failing, Jackson reported grimly. Main power offline. Switching to emergency systems. Elena knew the horizon was doomed. Launch distress beacon, she ordered. Full data package with everything we've recorded. Earth needs to know what happened here. As the ship broke apart around them, Elena made her final order. All hands abandon ship. Get to the escape pods now. The bridge crew raced for the escape pods as the ship convulsed under continuing assault. Elena stayed at her post, ensuring the distress beacon launched successfully before finally heading toward the last remaining pod. She never made it. A final devastating blast tore through the bridge section, vaporizing the command center and everyone still aboard. Of the 120 crew members, only 3 escape pods managed to clear the battle zone before the horizon exploded in a silent, brilliant flash. Inside Escape Pod 2, Lieutenant Commander Diego Ortiz watched through tears as the ship disintegrated, taking his captain and most of his friends with it. The pod's computer had already plotted a course back to Earth, carrying the full sensor data of their encounter and the unprovoked attack. The alien ships didn't pursue the tiny escape pods. In their arrogance, they considered the matter resolved. A minor enforcement action against an insignificant species. They transmitted a perfunctory report to Collective Command. Border incident concluded. Unauthorized vessel destroyed. Minimal resources expended. As Ortiz's pod accelerated to FTL speeds, he made a silent vow to his fallen comrades. They'll pay for this. Earth will know what happened here. What the collective didn't realize was that humanity had never fully trusted the stars. For all their peaceful exploration missions and diplomatic overtures, Earth had prepared for the worst. Deep beneath the surface of Mars, hidden from all external scans, lay humanity's insurance policy, a weapon of last resort that few humans even knew existed. 3 weeks later, the surviving escape pods reached Earth. The data they carried shocked the world. Unprovoked aggression, casual destruction, and the deaths of 117 explorers. Governmental representatives from Earth's United Nations gathered in emergency session deep within the lunar headquarters. Fleet Admiral Helena Chen stood before the assembly, her face grim. Ladies and gentlemen, we've always hoped for peaceful first contact, but we prepared for alternatives. The destruction of the horizon represents an existential threat to humanity. This collective destroyed our ship simply because it was larger than their arbitrary regulations permitted. They gave no warning, accepted no communication, and showed no mercy. The chamber fell silent as images of the horizon's destruction played on the large screens. The collective believes they've encountered a primitive, defenseless species, Admiral Chen continued. They have no idea what they've provoked. It's time to activate the Terminus Protocol. Murmurs spread through the assembly. Few present had ever heard the name before. World Secretary General Okafor leaned forward. Are you certain this is necessary, Admiral? Once deployed, there's no going back. Chen nodded gravely. The collective has demonstrated they understand only one thing: power. We must show them that humanity is not to be trifled with, or we risk further aggression. Operation Terminus is our only option. Very well, the Secretary General said after a moment. The Council votes unanimously to authorize the Terminus Protocol. May God help us all. The screens changed to show a live feed from deep beneath the Martian surface. There, hidden in an underground hangar larger than most cities, waited humanity's greatest secret, a vessel so large it defied comprehension. The ESS Terminus wasn't just a ship, it was a mobile fortress. Nearly 12 kilometers long, with a hull of advanced composite materials that absorbed rather than reflected light, it resembled a massive spear point designed to pierce the very fabric of space. Earth had built it in secret over 20 years, pouring untold resources into its construction while publicly focusing on peaceful exploration. Admiral Chen's voice was solemn. The Terminus carries a crew of 15,000. Its weapons systems are beyond anything we've publicly acknowledged. It was built for one purpose, to ensure humanity's survival if we encountered a hostile universe. On the command deck of the Terminus, Captain Sanjay Thakur received the activation codes. A veteran of Earth's Space Forces with 30 years of service, he had commanded the Terminus project for the past decade, preparing for a day he hoped would never come. "All stations report ready, Captain," announced his XO, Commander Diana Lee. "The crew is prepared for deployment." Thakur nodded, his expression grave. "Send acknowledgement to Earth Command. The Terminus is activating. Today, we show the galaxy that humanity comes in peace, but we do not come unarmed." The massive engines of the Terminus hummed to life, powerful enough to move a small moon. The great ship rose slowly from its Martian berth, dust cascading from its midnight black hull as it ascended toward the stars. In orbit around Earth, stunned civilians watched as the enormous vessel passed by, previously unaware such a thing existed. The Terminus dwarfed every other human ship, making Earth's largest cruisers look like lifeboats beside an aircraft carrier. "Plot course to the Horizon Incident Coordinates," ordered Thakur. "Prepare the jump drive." The Terminus's revolutionary drive system powered up, creating a controlled singularity that bent space-time itself. The massive ship accelerated, vanishing into a flash of light that momentarily outshone the sun. Humanity had responded to the collective's aggression. The galaxy was about to learn that Earth was neither primitive nor defenseless. The reckoning was coming. The reckoning. On the command deck of the Terminus, Captain Thakur stood before the tactical display, watching as the ship approached its destination. The journey had taken just 3 days, a testament to the vessel's revolutionary drive system. "Preparing to exit FTL," announced Navigator Park. "Arrival at Horizon Incident Coordinates in 5 minutes." Thakur turned to his crew. "All stations, battle readiness. We don't know what awaits us, but we must be prepared for immediate engagement." Throughout the massive ship, crew members moved to action stations. Unlike the exploration vessels Earth usually sent to the stars, the Terminus was built for war. Its weapons systems remained largely theoretical to even those who operated them. Technologies so advanced they bordered on the impossible. Exit from FTL in 3, 2, 1. The Terminus emerged into normal space with a flash of gravitational energy. Immediately, the sensor arrays came alive. "Multiple contacts, Captain," reported Sensor Officer Wright. 27 vessels matching the configuration that attacked the horizon. They appear to be a border patrol fleet. Additional contacts appearing. Wright continued, surprise evident in her voice. Long-range sensors detect a massive space station approximately 2 light-hours distant. It appears to be a major collective installation. Thakur nodded. "Open a channel to the collective vessels. Let's see if they're more willing to talk now." The main screen flickered to life, showing the same crystalline-skinned alien who had ordered the Horizon's destruction. Its 4 eyes widened in what might have been shock when it saw Thakur. "Another human vessel," the alien said, its skin flashing patterns of light. "You have not learned from." It stopped abruptly as the tactical display undoubtedly showed the true size of the Terminus. "I am Captain Sanjay Thakur of the Earth ship Terminus," Thakur stated firmly. "We are here regarding your unprovoked attack on our exploration vessel Horizon. Your actions resulted in the deaths of 117 Earth citizens." The alien commander seemed to recover its composure. "Your vessel grossly exceeds permitted size regulations for non-member races. The collective maintains galactic peace through strict enforcement of our laws. Your previous ship was warned." "No," Thakur replied coldly. "The Horizon was given no warning, no opportunity to comply, no chance to retreat. You murdered our people to make a point." He leaned forward. "Now we will make our point. The Terminus is not an exploration vessel. It is humanity's response to finding a hostile universe. We come seeking justice for our dead. The alien's skin pulsed rapidly. You threaten the collective, your single oversized vessel against our entire civilization. We have ruled the stars for 10,000 years. We don't wish for war, Thakur responded. We want recognition, respect, and assurance that no more human vessels will be attacked without provocation. We want justice for the horizon. The collective does not negotiate with primitive species, the alien commander declared. All vessels, eliminate this human abomination. The 27 collective ships moved into attack formation, their weapons charging just as they had before destroying the horizon. Thakur sighed. Defensive systems only. Show them what they're facing. The collective fleet fired in unison, their phasing energy weapons streaking toward the terminus. Before they could impact, a shimmering field manifested around the human vessel, not a conventional shield, but a gravitational lens that bent the incoming fire away from the ship, redirecting it harmlessly into space. No damage, reported Defense Officer Rodriguez. Their weapons can't penetrate our gravity shields. Now demonstrate our point defense capabilities, ordered Thakur. Target their weapon systems only. From the terminus's hull, thousands of tiny apertures opened. Pencil-thin beams of coherent light lanced out with impossible precision, striking each collective vessel's weapon emplacements. The crystalline ships, for all their phase-shifting ability, couldn't move fast enough to avoid the targeted strikes. Within seconds, the entire collective fleet hung powerless, their weapons disabled with surgical precision. Not a single crew member had been harmed. Channel still open. Communications Officer Nasser confirmed. As you can see, Thakur addressed the stunned alien commander. We could have destroyed your entire fleet in the opening seconds of this engagement. Instead, we disabled your weapons while protecting your crews. We want peace, Commander, but we will not be bullied. The alien commander's skin had turned pale, its patterns barely visible. What are you? We are humanity. Thakur replied simply. A species you dismissed as primitive. We built the terminus not because we wanted war, but because we feared exactly what you proved to be true, that the universe might not welcome us peacefully. The main screen suddenly split, showing a new alien face, similar to the commander but with intricate patterns etched into its skin. I am High Administrator Vexillar of the Collective Council, the new alien announced. This confrontation has been transmitted to our central authority. Your display of power and restraint is unprecedented. Thakur inclined his head. We seek diplomatic recognition and assurance that no further human vessels will be attacked. You have certainly earned our attention, Vexillar responded. However, there is something you should know. The size restrictions the commander referenced, they exist for a reason beyond mere control. The screen changed to show deep space between galaxies. Our long-range sensors detected these entities 50 cycles ago. We call them the Devourers. Massive, shadowy forms moved in the darkness between stars, shapes that defied conventional geometry, beings the size of small moons that seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. The Devourers consume everything in their path, Vexillar continued. They are why the collective formed 10 millennia ago, to present a unified defense against an existential threat that will reach our galaxy within 10 years. Thakur exchanged glances with his officers. And the size restrictions. The Devourers are attracted to energy signatures above certain thresholds. Large vessels like yours act as beacons, potentially drawing them faster toward inhabited systems. Understanding dawned on Thakur's face. You attack the horizon not just out of arrogance, but fear. Yes, admitted Vexillar. Though the commander's methods were unnecessarily harsh. The collective has grown rigid over millennia, forgetting that rules require explanation, not just enforcement. Thakur considered this new information. If what you say is true, the terminus could be placed in a defensive posture away from populated systems. But we require verification of this threat. Agreed, Vexillar responded. We invite a delegation to our central authority. Bring your data on this remarkable vessel. Perhaps together, we can find a solution that protects all life in our galaxy." Hours later, in the Terminus conference room, Thakur met with his senior staff. "So the bullies of the galaxy are actually its frightened guardians," mused Commander Lee. "Do we trust them?" "Partially," Thakur replied. "Our long-range sensors confirm unusual activity in the direction they indicated, but trust must be earned. We'll send a small delegation to their central authority, while the Terminus maintains position here." Science Officer Iwata spoke up. "Captain, if these devourers are real, the Terminus technology might be vital. Our gravity manipulation systems could potentially disrupt whatever propulsion method these entities use." Thakur nodded. "Precisely why we'll negotiate from a position of strength. Humanity won't be subjugated by the collective, but neither will we abandon sentient life to cosmic predators if we can help." 2 weeks later, on the collective central station, the first official human delegation stood before the assembled council of 50 alien species. Ambassador Elena Vasquez, specially selected for this mission, addressed the gathering. "The attack on the horizon was an unfortunate first contact," she began. "But perhaps from this tragedy, something important has emerged. Earth brings new technologies, new perspectives, and new hope to this fight." She gestured to the scientific team accompanying her. "Our preliminary analysis suggests the Terminus's gravity manipulation technology could create a barrier the devourers cannot cross. We offer this knowledge not as subjects of the collective, but as equal partners in defending all life." The council chambers erupted in discussion. Many species had grown resentful of collective restrictions over millennia. The appearance of humans, powerful enough to challenge the collective yet choosing cooperation, shifted the balance of power dramatically. High Administrator Vexelar raised his hands for silence. "Perhaps it is time for the collective to evolve. For 10,000 years, we have ruled through restriction and force. The humans have shown us another way: preparation without domination, strength with restraint." He turned to Ambassador Vasquez. "We accept your proposal for partnership. Together, we will create a new framework, not the collective, but the alliance of worlds. Equal protection, equal voice, equal responsibility." As negotiations proceeded, the Terminus remained on station at the border, a symbol of humanity's power and potential. Workers from a dozen species swarmed around it, studying its technology while human engineers supervised. The ship that had been built for war was becoming the cornerstone of peace. Aboard the Terminus, Captain Thakur stood at the observation deck, watching alien engineers work alongside his crew. "Did you ever imagine this outcome when we launched?" asked Commander Lee, joining him at the viewport. Thakur shook his head. "I expected to avenge the horizon. Instead, we may save the galaxy." He smiled slightly. "Sometimes a show of force prevents the need to use it. And the devourers? A problem for tomorrow. But we'll face them together. Humanity and its new allies." He turned to look at the stars. "Perhaps this was always our purpose. Not conquest, not isolation, but partnership forged through strength." Out in the void between galaxies, the devourers continued their slow approach. But now, they moved toward a galaxy united in purpose, with humanity's ingenuity joining the collective's experience. The future remained uncertain, but for the first time in millennia, it held true hope. When humanity's battleship arrived, the galaxy had indeed known fear, but it had also, finally, discovered something even more powerful: respect.